So this week is anti-bullying week as seen by the person who I did this video response to. And basically I am just making a video to be like, hey, this is what the effects of bullying can do to someone. And here we go. On this channel, I like to keep everything real. So basically everything that I'm about to say is 100% true, and this is what happened to me because of the result of bullying. I was bullied from when I was in kindergarten all the way till I was in the 8th grade. And it sucked. It was one of the worst things ever. And the thing is, most of the bullying didn't happen in school. It would happen on the bus, like on the way to school on the bus and then on the way home on the bus. So basically, especially when I was in middle school, there was nothing that like the guidance counselors could do about it. And there was nothing that like the teachers could do about it. So I would normally then talk to either the assistant principal or the principal, and basically would do nothing. There was one time, actually, someone wrote that I was a lesbian on a school bus seat, and basically the principal took the 5th and 6th graders that were on my bus. Yeah, just so you know, this happened when I was in the 6th grade. Took the 5th and 6th graders that were on my bus to her office to talk to them about it, and said, you know, it's wrong, don't do it, and blah blah blah. And basically I got taunted even more after that, so I basically refrained from telling the principal at that school anything from that point, because like it would just completely backfire on me. In 7th grade there was a moment when I was in a bus seat and this guy came up to me and said, can you get out of the seat, I want to sit there. And I thought, oh, like if his friends were like sitting nearby, like sure, I would do it. And I said, well, why do you want the seat? And he said, just because. And I said, well then no, I won't. And the way how I was sitting was, it was kind of like that you have one leg on the ground and your other leg is kneeled on the seat with like your arms up type of thing. And he pushes me, my head hits the window, and he said, you're such a fat ass. And he's like, that's right, I called you fat. I went and told my guidance counselor about this, and then she said, well, you have to tell the assistant principal. So then I told the assistant principal, and she made the guy apologize for calling me fat. Not for calling me an ass, not for pushing me and having my head hit the window, but just because he called me fat. This does not make sense at all. Like, really? And basically what happened later on with my experience with that school, and I would tell about this. Oh, this is a good example of how the school system does absolutely nothing for bullying. I was on my way to the bus, and the way how the buses work in my area is the bus drivers come there early, they get off the bus, leave their door open, and all the bus drivers congregate and talk. And basically they don't get on to their buses until it's time to go. So basically there's like a good like 5 to 10 minute gap where there are kids on the bus and no like adult supervision's there. So I go to my bus to get on it, and this kid shuts the door, and I'm like, let me in. And he's like, say nicely. And I said, let me in please. And he's like, nope. And then this other guy came up behind me and was like, dude, let me in. So then the guy that was behind me pushes me, gets on the bus. I go right behind him and I follow him. And then the guy that had closed the door, he went like this, and he was like, why isn't the door closing? He keeps doing it. And I'm thinking, well, the door was closing on me. And I kept saying, Trace, please stop. Trace, please stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And then finally, when he finally did stop, I ran on the bus. I was like, when I say to stop, you stop. So, yeah, it was basically like one of the worst things that happened. And the thing is, because I had been through this process before, I went straight to the assistant principal the next day, like in the beginning of the morning, told her about it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. A kid slams the bus door on me and you do nothing? You do absolutely nothing. I basically would cry when I would go to bed. I wouldn't want to go to school. like, that's how bad it was. I didn't want to go to school at all. But luckily for high school, I ended up not going the normal path and going to the normal high school. I went to an arts high school where there's people who had like the same interests as me. So yeah. And the thing is, I actually ended up going to that high school that I was supposed to go to for SAT help over the summer. And like they have this nice little thing that was like, this is what we do for bullying. And I'm thinking, that's a piece of shit. You don't do fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm also being completely real here. Actually, the summer after middle school, which was my last year in that school system, I wasn't even sure if like the new high school was gonna be like any better because I had dealt with that shit from kindergarten all the way to then. So I actually attempted suicide, but then my sister talked me out of it, and I'm good now. I'm good. I'm not gonna commit suicide. I'm better. That's what bullying can lead to. Someone either attempting or actually committing suicide. So, yeah. Thanks, bullies, who also happen to live in my neighborhood. So you basically taunt me every single day. You guys are jerks. The whole topic of bullying is like, it hits me really hard, which is why this video is so long. So I apologize for the video being long. No, actually, no, I don't apologize because this is something that needs to be brought up. This is something that needs to be out there. So, yeah. Bullying. It sucks when it's you who's being bullied. That's my anti-bullying video. Don't do it. Treat everybody with love in your heart. And everybody will be A-okay. And you won't get people like me who attempt suicide. / do actually commit it. So, yep, just wanted to share my story, and there you go. Bye.